Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlal uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa Ramadan Kareem. I really hope that your fasting is easy, and I hope that you're extracting as much as you can from Ramadan. And I really hope that you're experiencing a fruitful and enjoyable Ramadan, inshallah ta'ala. ربنا تقبل منا أعمالنا أنك أنت السميع العليم. I really hope Allah accepts your prayers, your fasting, and all of your good deeds, Ya Rabbil Alameen. I want to share with you a very impactful and beautiful story that is extracted from Surah Al-Kahf. This story is titled The Man with the Most Knowledge, or the most knowledgeable person on earth. And this story is about Sayyidina Musa and Sayyidina Al-Khidr. And subhanAllah, this story was told to me by my dad during a time where I really needed to hear it. After praying Fajr one day with my dad, he saw me really stressing over university, and he said, Muhammad, don't worry, like, it's all going to be okay, inshallah. And he sat me down, he shared with me this story about the person who has the most knowledge. And ever since that moment, it impacted me in a very positive light. And my intention is to share that with you and hopefully impact you in a positive manner. And this is all solely for the sake of Allah. May Allah accept it, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And with that being said, let me go ahead and share with you the story. It is reported in an authentic narration collected by Al-Bukhari that a man approached Sayyidina Musa after giving a talk to his town. And this man asked Sayyidina Musa, who is the most knowledgeable person on earth? So Sayyidina Musa thought to himself, I'm given prophethood, I'm given the Torah. Kalimullah, he talks to Allah directly. He said, well, I am. So he wasn't saying that out of arrogance, he was saying that out of ignorance. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Sayyidina Musa later that he did not like that answer. He told Sayyidina Musa, why did you say that? Why did you say Allahu A'lam? And so Sayyidina Musa was extremely embarrassed and extremely humble. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him that there is indeed another person that is more knowledgeable than him. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Sayyidina Musa to meet this man at the conjunction of the two seas. Now, it is reported that the conjunction of the two seas is either the northern area of the Red Sea and the Mediterranean, or the southern area of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Suez. But Allahu A'lam, that's just reports. I don't want to dive into the details. Anyways, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Sayyidina Musa a sign. He told him, when him and his servants, Yusha ibn Nun, lost their food, which was a salted fish, that is where exactly they will meet this man. And so Sayyidina Musa was willing to go for this journey. He traveled for days because he wanted to seek knowledge. And so once he got to a point, he got hungry, and then he asked his servant Yusha ibn Nun, give us our food. And then that's the point where he said, I've lost it. And he said, okay, that's exactly what we're here for. And then from there, he met a person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him with wisdom, and guided him with and enlightened him with knowledge. And so Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam asked him, may I follow you, provided that you teach me some of your right guidance? And so Sayyidina Al-Khidr told him, you won't be able to bear patience with me. And how would you be able to bear patience with what is beyond your realm of knowledge? And so Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam assured him and said, no, don't worry, inshallah, I'll be patient. Just let me accompany you. And so Sayyidina Al-Khidr told him, okay, if you follow me, then do not ask me any questions about anything until I clarify it to you. And so they set out to the journey. And once they got to the sea, they boarded a ship. Once they were on the ship, this man, Sayyidina Al-Khidr, started making a hole in the ship. And so Sayyidina Musa looked around and he was like, these people are giving us a ride for free and you're making a hole. Why are you doing this? You're surely doing this to drown the people. And so Sayyidina Al-Khidr said, didn't I tell you, you cannot bear patience with me? And so Sayyidina Musa said, oh, please forgive me, I forgot, and don't be so harsh on me. Okay, so that was on the sea. And now once they arrived to a land, they proceeded, and as they were walking, they crossed path with a little boy. And this little boy was playing outside with his friends, and all of a sudden, this man wrestled this kid to the ground and then killed him. And so Sayyidina Musa, he does not condemn violence. And so he said, why are you doing this? You're surely killing an innocent soul that has killed nobody. That is a horrible act that you're doing right there. And so Sayyidina Khidr told him, didn't I tell you, you could not bear patience with me? And so Sayyidina Musa said, oh, please forgive me. If I ask you again, don't keep me in your company. By then I would have ran out of excuses. And so they continued until they reached a people of a town. And once they reached this people of a town, they asked them if they can get some food and drinks and water. And the people refused to give them any hospitality whatsoever. And so they proceeded. They kept walking until they came across a wall that was about to collapse. And so the man started saying it right. And then Sayyidina Musa was like, well, you know, if you really wanted to, you could have demanded a fee for this. And so the man, Sayyidina Khidr, said, that is it. This is the parting of our ways. And now I'll explain to you what you couldn't bear patience. He said, as for the ship, it belonged to poor people that worked at sea. And what came ahead of them was a tyrant king that would seize every good ship by force. And as for the boy, his parents were righteous parents. His parents were true believers, and we found that he would pressure them into defiance and disobedience. And as for the wall, it belonged to 2 orphan boys in the city, and under the wall was a treasure that their father has left behind, and he was a righteous man. And so your Lord willed that these children would grow to age. These children should come of age and retrieve this treasure as a mercy of your Lord. And that is the explanation of what you could not bear patiently. And subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has so much wisdom and so much hikmah on things that we don't understand. If something bad happens to you, understand that there is a hikmah behind it. There's some wisdom behind it that we don't know. It is beyond our realm of knowledge. And so even Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I wish, he commented on this, he said, I wish Sayyidina Musa would have been more patient so we can learn more of this wise man. And subhanAllah, this story is very, very impactful because it shows you that if something bad happens to you at that moment, like a mother losing her child, someone, your ship being broken, subhanAllah, everything is done for a reason. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has an incredible hikmah on things that we cannot understand, and we don't have the knowledge to fully comprehend with our little brains. And so even on the ship, there was a bird that actually sat on the edge of the boat, and it dipped its beak into the water of the sea to drink. And as it came up, a little droplet of water came down from the peak back into the sea. And so Sayyidina Khidr looked at Sayyidina Musa and said, you see that drop of water? That is your knowledge and mine combined compared to the knowledge of Allah, which is the entire sea. And so no matter how much you think you know, you really don't know much. And so with that being said, continue seeking knowledge, continue asking for guidance, and continue making dua. May Allah accept it, inshallah. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا والحمد لله.